7:42. It is a Friday morning, 12th day of May. Getting ready for the big Mother's Day weekend. Joining us this morning is Mr. Brendan Riley from Andrew's Hilltop Hardware. Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you guys.
Friday, Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day weekend.
So moms are dictating what they're doing this weekend, and a lot of times they pick to do things around the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those home improvement projects.
Absolutely.
Gardens and all that good stuff.
You know, if this weather would cooperate.
that's the problem, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it's nice and soggy.
So what are you seeing right now? I mean, are people coming in trying to work on doing these outside projects, but finding the weather's not cooperating?
Absolutely. Yeah, they come in there a couple weeks ago, and people were going gung-ho.
Yeah.
You know? And then the nice storm hit and some cold weather, and they come in and look, get some ideas. Nothing major yet, but it's nice weather's coming.
They probably hate to buy the materials they need and just have them sit around for a couple weeks. But hopefully next week, if the forecast holds, I mean it's like we're back to normal here, 70s and 80s.
Hope.
Yeah. So what sort of things are you helping with around the store? I mean, obviously, people like Mark are probably coming in and saying, "Okay, hey, this is the task at hand. What do I need?"
Yeah. Well, right now it's a lot of lawn and garden questions. Outdoor, they're working on their outdoor fixing up the house that they couldn't do in the winter. Some leaks and different things like that from their gutters or windows.
You mentioned the storm during the break, and I'm sure you were busy with a lot of materials.
Well, we were out of power actually. We lost the power that afternoon. It was out the rest of the day and into the next day. And we could have sold about a dozen generators if we would have been on the ball. But how do you know?
Exactly, yeah. But I'm sure there was a lot of folks who experienced damage who have been coming in saying, "Hey."
Oh yeah, tree damage. Yeah, leaky roofs now. Limbs coming down. Yeah, it was. There was a lot of damage done. Even a couple vehicles. Unfortunately, we can't help them with that. But
is that. That's sort of the tough thing, isn't it? Because you don't know, when these severe storms come through, you don't know what to stock up on. But
no, we just to kind of counteract that, we just got linked up with Generac outdoor power equipment. We're going to we'll have Generac generators, portable generators, whole house generators, other outdoor power equipment, sump pumps, for rent and for sale, and we're also authorized to do service on those as well. So you don't have to buy it there, but we can do the warranty work. You bring it in, and if there's something ailing it, it's under warranty. We can fix it up.
Now, will you be able to work on other brands?
Yes, okay. We do currently. We work on just about any of the other brands out there. You can buy it at Walmart. We're not impartial. Bring it in, we'll work on her. Yeah.
It's always good to know.
Yeah. I was reading a story how. Like today, things are so
he can't read.
Yeah, things are so cheap that it's just easier to throw something away and just get a new one,
right? Instead
of sending. And the story goes on to say like how this wife did that, and I'm not picking on women,
right.
not at all. But it just happened that this guy had a saw. Mm-hmm. Something happened on it, broke. It wasn't just the chain. Something broke on it. Yeah. And so she's like, I'll just get a new one. Well, the new one broke within like a week.
Right.
And so she ended up taking the old one to somebody to get fixed. And the thing's just, it's just solid. It just runs. And it ended up being cheaper than just getting the new one.
Yep, absolutely. Typically what ails these smaller engines now is unfortunately, it's the fuel that you buy at the pump. With the ethanol and the fuel nowadays, it's... vehicles not a problem, but these smaller engines, they don't like them. They don't like the fuel. It plugs them up, turns the water more or less. They just won't run. And usually even the cheaper equipment, the homeowner lines of equipment you can fix it. Unless there's something major electrical where it's going to get too pricey, but fuel related issues can be relatively cheap to fix.
So for you then, it's more than really just a hardware store.
Yeah.
So talk about some of those other things that people might be surprised to learn.
Well, we just added in, actually this week, we added in an ATM into the store.
Did you?
Yeah.
Now, this is a big deal for Pleasantville.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. When the bank left town last year, it was the first time in 30 years that, well, longer than that, they didn't have a bank, but the first time in 30 years they didn't have an ATM.
Wow.
So Titusville or Tynesta, go either way. That's where your ATM's at. So it took some time, but this week we finally got her in place and she's up and running. So,
That's incredible.
yeah, we have that in the store. We during business hours, 8 to 6, Monday through Friday, 8 to 2, Saturday and Sunday.
Now, did you say Pleasantville is also going to be bringing indoor plumbing to reality here in the next couple months?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so that's
They're finally getting on board with that,
which is good for you. That's
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. No, actually, what else is coming through? The Oil Creek Township Venango sewer system is in full bore right now. People are getting hooked on. We have all the components to hook that up.
And that's a good point, because if you drive up through Pleasantville, you'll see a lot of yards that are dug up right now, and folks trying to get things hooked up and ready to go. So are those folks coming in trying to get whatever they can from you?
Absolutely. Contractors, homeowners alike, they're all coming in. Homeowners more or less just coming in to see what they actually have to do. Some of them want to hook up. Some of them are looking for a contractor. There is a list of contractors that can do it, and try to give all the names out so that they can choose. But all the stuff is there. The plumbing, electrical components, everything to hook it up.
So when something like that's going on, do you look at the situation and go, okay, hey, you know what? The township's going to be doing this. Maybe we need to order a few extra, this
absolutely.
or that. Okay.
Absolutely. And that's kind of hard. Because,
It's a fun game, though, isn't it?
it is. It's really
It's
interesting.
like a chess match here.
Yeah. How much of what and when to do it.
Yeah.
That's on the electrical side is who knows what people have in their houses nowadays. Is it old fuses or is it breaker panels?
So do you try to stock up on a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Some of these homes are over 100 years old.
That's it, right. Yeah. We try to keep a little bit of everything in there for the and sometimes it's so off the wall that it takes a day or two, but we can usually get the stuff in.
So I guess for the not the contracting part, but for those who just come in, those weekend warriors, they can find most anything at the store that they're going to need for their projects, right?
Yeah.
But if they're going to be working on something that's
a bigger project, something that they're doing remodels or just general repairs, absolutely.
They should probably plan ahead a little bit, right?
Yeah. If there's something that's going to be major repairs, plan ahead a little bit. Figure out what you need ahead of time. Like I said, if we don't have it there, it's usually within a day, sometimes same day. But usually within a day,
Wow.
we can have stuff available.
7:50 is our time. This is the Morning Drill on Stream Television, Armstrong, and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. People like Mark. Mark was just devastated this week. Discovered a leak someplace. Do you like those? I mean, when people start out with those stories for you, because they're looking for an answer, right?
They're looking for an answer. Sometimes it makes you cringe. Yeah. just the way when they come in and they're down and out and it's like, oh boy, what's going on? But it's usually pictures help. Pictures absolutely help. If they could come in with pictures, but it's interesting. It's interesting. It's
so kind of like Mark, where Mark says, I discovered I had a leak. So the first thought is, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds later, oh, it's behind a wall.
Right. That's where it gets. That's where it gets interesting. Yeah.
I will bring pictures.
Okay.
So now, do you tell somebody like, okay, I'm guessing this is outside of your skill level.
Yeah.
So this is what you're going to need, or this is who you should call.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, we have a list of contractors, different people that do different things. HVAC, plumbing, right down to general construction. People I know personally, people that are just from the area that we can recommend. Business card, they have their cards there. So yeah, if it's something outside the scope, or if you talk to them a little bit, and then the people realize it's not something they want to mess with, then they say, well, who do you know? Who can do this? And so you just try to help everybody out, help the contractors out, help the people out, give them a direction to head in.
It sounds like, as someone who deals with hardware and the issue, you sort of have to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. There's, on a daily basis, there's still something that comes in that's, that you do a little research on.
What's the most challenging thing you think you've run across?
Oh,
Appearing on this show.
It would probably be in the plumbing area, because it's so diverse. There's not just water and drains. It's everything. It's ventilation.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was watching This Old House last night, and on the segment on Ask This Old House, what's his name? The plumber. Shoot, I know these guys. Anyways, he goes out to a house, right? Mm-hmm. That's the issue. Over the course of years and years and years and years, the pipe had settled, or the ground had settled, or sank a little bit, which the pipe began to sag, mm-hmm. which caused a buildup. So you had gas buildup, you had water buildup. Yeah. So
and a lot of times, who knows what they did 30 years ago on some of these things,
or 100 years ago,
or 100, right? Some instances, right? So that's where that aspect of it gets a little tricky. Usually, electrical's upgraded before plumbing. Electrical's usually up to date, but the plumbing, who knows? And it's so diverse with everything going on. And now people getting more energy efficient, putting in new and better furnaces, boilers. Hooking up to old equipment isn't necessarily a good thing.
Well, as late as even 10 years ago, the house that I bought, we had to have an electrical contractor come in and replace mm-hmm. all the knob and tube, because it was still there. You don't deal with that anymore.
Not a lot, but it's still around. Yeah. Some of these older buildings still around. But I guess actually the toughest thing would probably be the plumbing aspect of it. It's really a lot involved. Hats off to the plumbers.
Do you ever look at somebody who's coming in and say, "Okay, I'm going to try to tackle this today," and you think, "You're not going to be able to do it"?
Yeah, not today.
Not today. Not today. You're going to want to call somebody, or they'll be back.
Yeah. They come in. Usually, I tell people it's a 3-trip project, and 9 times out of 10, it's 4 or 5.
So it's best to come in early, right?
Yeah. Yep. If you're going to do it, start in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't start.
I can't imagine that person walking in at like 4 o'clock, and you're thinking, "Hey, buddy, we're closing here, especially on the weekends, right? Hey, we're going to be closing up here in a little bit, so
right. There's been times where I just, here's a basket full of stuff, take it with you.
Good luck.
Yep. Take all this stuff with you. Whatever you don't use, bring back. We'll take care of it.
We'll figure it out on Monday.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite aspect about being that business owner of a hardware store? Because it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I guess being able to interact with people, seeing the different projects, all the different things that people do work on. If I can help them out, absolutely, I'm going to help them. If it's something that's outside of our realm, try to direct them in the right direction. But that's probably the most exciting part of it is, just dealing with the issues that people, come across on a daily basis.
You probably get a lot of insight into these older buildings and houses, too.
Yeah, it's neat to see a lot of the different, new, old to new, the old-time stuff, all the way up to brand-new houses that are, unfortunately, have some ailments. But, that's probably the most interesting.
Do you ever hear, somebody talking about their project and think, all right, I'm going to want to check that out?
Yeah, absolutely. I do a drive-by and take a look at it. Yeah.
Oh, if you need me to deliver these parts to you, do you do that?
Yes, we do. Okay. Yes, we do. We do have a vehicle that's capable of we can deliver lumber, gravel.
Oh wow.
Pipe, anything that we have at the store. We have delivered gravel to customers before. That service is available. Not so much on the rental side yet. That's still up and coming for equipment and stuff. But we can deliver hot water tanks. We've done that. Appliances. Yeah.
So, from the time you opened the business to now, I mean, are you as far along as you thought you were? Or you hope to be?
Actually, I guess when we first started, we knew we were going to do the hardware store, but it's actually grown into something bigger than what we originally envisioned.
Has that been organic or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it has. I mean, it's just evolved into something that it's become more service oriented than what we originally envisioned. With the different services, with the UPS shipping and hunting and fishing licenses. By the hunting licenses will be coming in the next month.
Wow.
The fishing licenses are on board right now, online right now. Hunting license will be in June, ready for July 1st. And then those services that we can do. The small engine repair was something that we originally never really thought about. Actually, it was a friend of mine brought in a chainsaw, and he's like, "Can you work on this?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a look at it." I didn't have anything to do that afternoon. We were pretty slow that day, and it just kind of grew from there. And now with getting online with Generac, that's hopefully that'll continue to grow.
So tell us the hours. Of course, big Mother's Day weekend. So folks
Mother's Day
excited.
weekend. Yeah, we're open 8 to 2 Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 2. So we do have some. Actually, there's some pretty nice hanging baskets outside there. They're for sale for $15.99. So we wanted to get those in before Mother's Day. Actually, I think we've sold about half of what we had. So
oh wow!
They're moving quick. Yeah.
And you have an ATM machine now, so
we have an ATM machine now. Yeah,
will service all of Pleasantville now.
Yeah, and it was a lot of interest in that. A lot of interest. People are really missing it.
With the warmer weather, the sunshine next week, I have a feeling you're going to be busy.
Oh, we hope. Yeah, we actually have the lawn and garden products coming in. Mulch, topsoil, potting soil. We have it coming in for the good weather ahead. So that we'll get ready.
All right, Brendan, good to see you this morning.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Andrew's Hilltop Hardware in Pleasantville.
Yeah.
Stop on out and
Absolutely.
get going on those weekend projects.
Yeah.
All right, good to see you. We'll see you maybe next month.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, maybe before
maybe
Father's Day.
Might be before.
We've got news coming up at the top of the hour, and Christian Marr will be joining us from the Crawford Heritage Foundation. Nice socks and tie. Look at that. He's matching this morning. All right, we'll talk to Christian coming up.